Hi, I'm Haines, and in this short clip I'm going to show you how to paint bluebonnets. I've just got a scrap of paper, two colours, French ultramarine and a little bit of cascade green. And this is just an enjoyable way to paint a quick study of a flower. So I'm going to observe my subject. I'm working with the French ultramarine, which is such a beautiful blue. And I'm just literally going to follow what the flower is telling me to paint, which is a little bud at the top, second bud. Start coming down to create some flowers. This is obviously all one colour at the moment. I can see there's little areas where there's centres of these. And that's looking just a little bit boring. So I'll add some water on to start breaking that colour up. And actually that water can take me into the next petal. It's just nice using one brush to create the subject, dropping colour in where you see it, making a few little petal shapes. Don't try too hard, just enjoy what's happening on the paper. What I can do is introduce a cobalt turquoise just slightly to break up that block of blue, a little bit of a variation here. And if I look at the top bud here, I can think about how I could create a nice green there. I could come in with the green. I am actually going to add a tiny touch of that yellow and let that blue come into it, just a little bit here. I do find with these studies, if you set yourself a timer and actually work to that, you find, oh my gosh, I've only got a few minutes left to go, and you start rushing. And you know, some of the shapes when you're rushing become a lot more interesting than the shapes when you're painting more seriously. These little studies are invaluable for progressing as an artist. Actually, this is a great way to learn how to paint figures, believe it or not, because when you paint figures, people walk past so quickly, you've only got a limited time to paint them. So painting one or two things quickly each day is a good way to improve your skill for observation and speeding up on technique. Just a little tiny stem coming through with a bit of that green. And the nicest part about this is connecting the flowers to that little stem. And now we can blur it. So take some nice clean water, go either side of your subjects and just blur it in places. Then you're going to be trapping light and creating maybe a few little blue bonnets in the distance. It's a lot of fun. So look at your resource photo, or if you've got the real thing, enjoy doing that. Painting from the real subject. Now up here, go in and echo what you've just created and do another little blue bonnet just in the distance, just by a few little dots like that. And maybe have a few little buds down here too. This is quite a nice way of using up your scraps of paper. Give yourself ideas for bigger paintings, perhaps. That's all I want to do on that, apart from think about this brush to create petals. Let the sheen go off where you created the main subject. Start looking at these little areas here and lift a few just to make some little individual petal shapes, and think about where the light is going to hit the subject. With my rigger, I'll go back, get a little bit of pigment on here, and where I see dark on the photo, just drop it in for a few little bursts of colour, because these add interest and excitement. There we go. A very quick impression of bluebonnets. Great way to spend a few minutes painting, warming up before you get into your serious painting sessions. Light on the bud. Done. And if you enjoyed watching this, you can see more of my creations on Artist Network TV. You can buy my books and films from northlightshop.com, or you can hear more from me on jeanhaines.com. Thank you very much for watching.